Well, welcome back here to Wilton Mill in Northamptonshire for PLD 2017. Paul Lee Davis, this is for you, my friend. This has been a fantastically exciting sequence of heats and finals leading up to this. It is the climax. It's the A final. And frankly, as you're a practical joker, I think you'd throw snow and rain and bitter wind at us. Let's not kid ourselves. And you've achieved it. What a climax this is going to be. This is now heading towards the A final. So let's have a look at the grid and how they're going to line up. I know it says B final on the screen, but this is the A final. In pole position, it is J. Elliott Purdy, who's been absolutely fantastic through this, as is Rihanna Percox alongside him. Sam Massey and Ian Blake on row 2. Row 3 is Dante Dillon. A lot of fans out there watching this. Dan Healy. Row 4, Dan Milner and Costa Christisis. Row 5, Johnny Goddard and Chris Bell. 6th row, Justin Buck and Stephen Crutchley. 7th row, Stephanie Luttridge and Daniel Truman. Row 8, Dan Underhill and Dan Marshall. Row 9 is David Longman and Ed Bars. Row 10, James Illman and Chris McCarthy. And on the 11th row is Darry Sims and Jack Mitchell has obviously made the way up. I know you'll have seen something a little bit different on your screen there, but that was because we had a late change to the grid where there was someone mistaking it at the back when they should have been sort of at 10th, I think it was. So apologies that we weren't able to change that. Chris Bell is actually 10th, contrary to what it said on the screen there. So it is all sorted, and what I read out was the correct one, Your Honour. So there we go. That is the A final. J. Elliott Purdy on pole position, who has been absolutely incredible. 2 wins. And then in his third heat, he started right at the back and still came through to finish 3rd. And he was buzzing about it in the lunch break. He loved it so much. Rihanna Percox has been brilliant throughout. She got a victory. She got a 2nd where she was leading for a long while. And I think that cheesed her off. So he's going to make sure that she wasn't going to lose that again. And she's up there on the front row. Sam Massey and Ian Blake on row 2. That's the last couple of carts coming into position. You know they don't hold them long. The marshal's going to now shout to get their attention towards the gantry. He's just hanging fire, making sure he's happy. Getting their eyes up towards the gantry. Red lights are on. Now they're green and off they go. And it looks like Rihanna is the one who's got the best start at the moment. And certainly is. Rihanna is in the lead as they head towards the right-hander. Who's that just trying to sneak up the inside? And in fact has just pushed Rihanna a little bit wide. And it looks like Jay's now managed to get himself back up into that 2nd position that he had. But it's a new leader, and I need to work out, is it Sam Massey that's in the lead maybe? I think it might be, you know, but it's all changed because Jay's now thrown one up the inside as they go into Christmas corner, but that's just compromised his exit, back down to 2nd again, but he's now got himself up the inside for Inkermans, and they're still running side by side. Now they've got to get them stopped as they come down in towards Ashby, the tight right-hander, and in fact that's just running wide, and it is going to be challenging. We got a spinner further back, 2 of them have spun right in the middle, and they're going to get recovered, thankfully, before anybody else got there. So it is Jay that's in the lead. I think that might be Sam Massey that's running there in 2nd position. I can't quite make out the number, I'm afraid. In 3rd position, I know it is Rihanna Percox. Just kind of got muscled out on that first corner. In 3rd position, I think that's Dante Dillon, isn't it? Dante Dillon. A lot of people have been shouting for you. We got Paul Goddard, Johnny Goddard for the win again. Come on, son. I'm assuming that that's Dad Goddard that's out there cheering on his son there. So Johnny Goddard, they're going to be cheering for him. And quite a few have been during this. Oh, someone's lost it on the exit of boot there. That's spun another one off into the tyre barrier on the exit. But at the front, it is J. Elliott Purdy that's in the lead. It was Sam Massey. I was right. It is Sam Massey in 2nd. Rihanna Percox in 3rd. Dante Dillon in 4th. Ian Blake in 5th. Chris Bell up to 6th position from 10th. Dan Healy, Daniel Truman, Dan Marshall, Johnny Goddard sat there in 10th. So Johnny's just lost 1 position, which frankly, that's so manic that that's no big deal. He's just sat there in the striking zone again. Dante's looking towards making a move on Rihanna Percox, but not quite able to do it. But he's now alongside Hent, and he's going to be on the inside for Ashby. No, he's tucked himself back in again, settling there for nothing crazy. There's no point making the mistakes at this stage. Ian Blake sat there licking his lips, ready to see if he can make a move. Dante is looking towards the inside as they go to the left-hander of Parker. This time he's done it. He's got ahead of Rihanna, and he's now trying to see if he can break that toe. But Rihanna has closed in. She just ran a little bit wide there. And in fact, she's just been tapped round by Blake there as she tried to rejoin. She ran wide onto the grass and just came back, not realising that Blake was sat there in the middle of the circuit. I think that was a pure racing incident. They didn't really see each other there. Such a shame, just from dipping one wheel out onto the grass on the exit of Chapman, and that's really cost Rihanna Percox. She's going to be down in, what, 6th position, I would imagine? But J. Elliott Purdy, he's there still in that lead. Sam Massey, Dante Dillon is now up to 3rd, and he's already closed into them. Oh, Greg Smith, come on, Dante, you can get this guy for the lead. I tell you what, I wouldn't discount him yet. I tell you, he's looking racy, isn't it? J. Elliott Purdy has had such a fantastic day here that you would sort of think there's a good chance he could run away with it, but there's no chance because Sam Massey was already looking there, just got a little bit tight on that left-hand kink after Christmas corner. That just meant he rode the curbs a little bit, but on the brakes down towards Ashby, squirming around trying to close on the leader, J. Elliott Purdy. All the while, Dante Dillon is just looking, focusing on the back of those carts. He's going to reel them in. He's determined to find a way through. And if these two go fighting at it like they were through those last couple of corners, there's every chance he can do it. But the 3 of them are broken away from everybody else. That's Chris Bell up into 4th position now. What a great performance there. Ian Blake in 5th, Dan Healy 6th, Johnny Goddard up to 7th, Daniel Truman, Dan Marshall, Justin Buck, Rihanna Percox down to 11th position on that last time round. She's going to be furious about this. But here comes our leaders onto... Where have our leaders gone? There they go. Sorry, they ran so wide on the exit of that corner that I lost them completely. Oh, Dante just took a bit too much curb as he went through the left-hand kink of Oblivion towards the first corner. And we got a change for the lead. So in actual fact, while I was looking at the wrong person there, Sam Massey's dived up the inside of J. Elliott Purdy, and it's carried Dante with him. But Jay is not going to give up there. And he's going to try and close in an awful lot more there as they're heading down towards Ashby again for the 4th time. And in fact, it's Dante that's now putting the pressure on J. Elliott Purdy. So J. Elliott Purdy is not getting his own way there. And James Pragatus said on the message, unlucky Dan Malner, didn't see what happened there. Neither did I. Sorry, I missed the fact that something had happened. Reason being, there's so much happens everywhere on this circuit. Someone else has just lost it on the exit of Ashby. But these leaders, and it looks like Jay's just been pushed wide onto the grass, and I think Dante knows that he made a mistake there. And in fact, Dante, look at that for sportsmanship. Dante just waited, knowing that he accidentally pushed Jay further back. The problem is that has now enabled Chris Bell to get involved and pass both of them at the moment. Yes, he has. I'm really impressed with the sportsmanship there from Dante Dillon. He knew that he just went in a little bit hot into that left-hander of Chapman and just tapped J. Elliott Purdy. And so he stopped, hand up in the air, not just apologising, but allowing him back in front of him. Right, sportsmanship's over. Dante's now trying to get involved again. But they've got this driver in front of them. Chris Bell started 10th on the grid, having been able to prove that he wasn't in the right place. But look at this. Dante is now challenging for 2nd position on Chris Bell. No, Chris Bell has got the faster line. And it looked like Dante knew that. And Jay Purdy is trying to fight now with Ian Blake. Ian Blake's fighting with Dante. Tap, 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 tap. You just don't know which way the tap's going to go. And look at this. They're absolutely joined together. It's carts cubed at the moment because they're absolutely 2 by 2 like Noah's Ark at the moment. All the while, our leader, Sam Massey, is probably giggling away in his helmet at the moment. Cannot believe that he's been able to break away from this. He is the easy kart champion. Well, he's making this look like an easy kart race. He is absolutely dominating it now, albeit because of the shenanigans that is going on behind him. But fair play. You've got to get yourself into that position to take advantage of it. Chris Bell still sat there in 2nd. J. Elliott Purdy. No, it's not J. Elliott Purdy. It's all changed from when they came through last time. Dante Dillon's now making a charge for that 2nd as they go through the boot. As they're exiting, they're still side by side. Dante's going to be on the inside as he comes onto the start-finish straight ramp very wide late. Contact warning. So Dante Dillon's got a contact warning there. It's very unfortunate for that one. He's not been excessively rough, but he's just... Oh, and there's contact there, but that wasn't Dante's fault. He just went to turn, and it looked like Chris Bell basically just kept running wide there as Dante was turning right a little bit later. So that was... a bit rough, but pure racing that one, I think. They're still side by side up around Christmas corner. Look at this. All the while, this is allowing the cars behind, which looks to me like it's Ian Blake. And it looks like Jay Purdy's lost out another position. Is that Dan Healy or Johnny Goddard? Those two are there. I just can't remember which one's which. Oh, and there is contact there again. And that looks like, was that Ian Blake, I think? I'm sure Ian Blake was the one with the luminous yellow, but I sort of looked down and just missed exactly what happened. It was only the shout from the crowd just outside my window that made me realise that something had happened. Sam Massey is 6 seconds in the lead at the moment. Absolutely incredible. We've got 9 minutes 12 remaining. Don't end. Someone stop that clock. Let's keep this race going. It's absolutely epic. In the lead, Sam Massey comes across to complete his 6th lap. As we now have this big gap before we get the second position car, which is going to be Chris Bell, kart number 10. Dan Healy in 3rd. J. Elliott Purdy's up to 4th now. Then it's Johnny Goddard. Dante Dillon is down to 6th position. Then in 6th place is kart number 6. Now I'm going to make an assumption that that's Jack Mitchell, who won the C final and therefore started at the back of this race, and he's running in 7th. This is incredible. Just keep it going. Sam Massey coming down towards Ashby. And I'm trying to keep up with the comments coming in on social media as well. Stay focused, Dante. Still got plenty of time to come. Come on, Johnny G from Nicky Richardson. James Parley. Yes, it was Blake. He's such a bandit. Thank you. I thought it was. But look at this. Leader's already onto the back straight there. Then it's this long gap back to Chris Bell, who's now managed to break away from this chasing group behind him. Dan Healy sat there in 3rd position. Now, remember, this does mean a lot more. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Plus, there's the whole heavyweight thing as well. The lead heavyweight is Chris Bell, who's running in 2nd position at the moment. And Dan Underhill, the organiser, just to point this one out, is sat in 8th position just behind Jack Mitchell, who's come through from the B final to take part in this, and he's doing great guns. Sam Massey already through, completing 7th lap. Chris Bell 2nd. Dan Healy. Johnny Goddard's jumped up to 4th position now, but you can see there's still an awful lot going on there. Dante, it looks like, has just got past J. Elliott Purdy, because it was the other way round when they crossed the line, albeit nothing in it. So those two are still joined together. They've been enjoying this fight. Jay is going to be furious, I dare say. Not furious, because he has said it is for a good cause, it is for charity, it's a little bit of fun as well. But there are brilliant prizes up for grabs here, don't forget. So they're going to want to do it. Dave Evans, go on, Johnny. I'm not surprised you're saying that. He's up to 4th position now. And in fact, that is making a challenge for 3rd position already as they exit Ashby, heading down towards the left-hander of Parker. You can see the white helmet there of Dan Healy, and the black helmet there of Johnny Goddard, and just behind them the yellow and black of Dante. Then it is the red with the white helmet. That is J. Elliott Purdy. They're key protagonists. Dante's trying on to Johnny Goddard, but Johnny's not having any of that as he turns left towards the boot. He's holding it on. He's trying to look forwards towards Dan Healy. Chris Bell's just sat there all on his own, but not totally out of reach, is he? Our leader is already going through Crook, having completed 8 laps, 6¼ minutes remaining. It is still Sam Massey comfortably sat there. Chris Bell. Johnny Goddard's making a move on Dan Healy. You've seen this coming for a little while. He's on the outside. Is he going to sweep round? Yes, he is. Johnny Goddard up to 3rd, and he's taken Dante Dillon with him. Dante Dillon's now trying to carry even more momentum up through to Christmas Corner. Not sure what was happening there. Pointing there by Johnny Goddard. Is he trying to say, come on, let's go get him. Let's get Chris Bell. Johnny Goddard knows what he's doing. Get him Dante from Greg Smith. Go Rihanna. Do it for Birmingham. Uni Massive. Not biased. Yes, you are, Andrew Mather. You know it. So you've got all your favourites you're cheering for here very clearly. But through is our leader. Heading through. Chapman already. But the corner before that, Parker, is Chris Bell. Still sat there in 2nd. Dan Healy is lost 2 positions, as we know. So that white helmet is now 2 places back from what it was earlier, because the black helmeted Johnny Goddard is sat there in 3rd position. 4th is Dante Dillon. Then it is Dan Healy, and just sat there taking a watching brief, J. Elliott Purdy. I think he's just composing himself with frustrations there from a little while earlier. And I think we've got the award for the furthest off at Ashby as he's getting pushed back, because that was miles off, whoever that was. I've not seen it go that far before. Chris Bell still in 2nd. Johnny Goddard now in that 3rd position. Dante Dillon in 4th. Dan Healy down to 5th. J. Elliott Purdy. Jack Mitchell 7th position. Dan Underhill, our bandit organisers, as he's constantly referred to. Dan Thunderpants is the other name he's been referred to. So, look at this. This is the big battle, isn't it? Second, third, fourth, fifth, all just joined together. And sixth, sorry. Jay Purdy still sat there in sixth position. Jay Elliott Purdy, sorry, sat there in sixth. We've got just about 4¼ minutes remaining on this race. They have completed 9 laps already. Just someone stop that clock, will you? I don't want this race to end. It's absolutely fantastic. Sam Massey's doing the opposite to me. Please, someone get that clock going quicker. I want this race to end. He is comfortably in the lead by just over 9 seconds from Chris Bell. Chris Bell wants that time to go quicker, I have no doubt. But Johnny Goddard sat there in third, is desperately trying to get himself even closer to Chris Bell. Dante Dillon is, we know he's prepared to get stuck in. Just behind him is Dan Healy. And it does look at the moment like Jay Elliott Purdy. I don't know whether anything that's happened in the earlier stage of this race has just compromised his car a little bit, because he's not looking like what we've seen so far during the rest of today's races. But look at that. Johnny Goddard is now right on the back of Chris Bell. Chris Bell is desperately trying to keep Johnny Goddard behind. Johnny Goddard's just set about this. Gently, pick off one. And he's looking up towards Christmas Corner. He's got the inside line as he heads up towards Christmas Corner. There's no answer from Chris Bell. Up goes Johnny Goddard into that second position. And yet again, look, Dante is trying to make the move at the same time. But Johnny Goddard has got that second. Dante has moved up into third position. So they've both managed to get past Chris Bell. Now they've got the right-hander, but look at this. And Chris Bell's trying to make a move back on Dante, and he's done it. He just slid that sideways round the corner, just into the side of Dante, and he's managed to get it back into that position. Perfect for what Johnny Goddard wanted, because not only is he up into second, he's comfortably second because everybody else is fighting behind. And Dante has just pushed Chris Bell off there, and I think Dante knows, because he's just stumped the steering wheel. He knows that he's made a mistake there. He went in a little bit too hard. There and just pushed him out, as we now have 2:20 remaining. As our leader has already gone through. Sam Massey nice and comfortably in the lead. Second, Johnny Goddard as we speak. Look at the messages coming in now. Get in, Johnny, from Dave Evans. Paul Goddard, yeah, Johnny. James Rance, good man, Johnny. You're enjoying this. So am I. But up into second position is Johnny Goddard. Jay Elliott Purdy is now third. But look at that. Dan Healy's trying to put some pressure on him as they head up towards Christmas Corner. Now, it looked as though, in running in sixth position, that Jay Elliott Purdy had had enough, that the car wasn't quite running as it was earlier, but he suddenly found himself in a podium position. He's now going to make that the widest kart possible as they run down towards Ashby. The right-hander of Ashby. It is still Jay Purdy in that third position. Remember, up ahead of him, Sam Massey, 10 seconds in the lead from second place, Johnny Goddard, that a lot of you are absolutely delighted. In third position, Jay Elliott Purdy, trying desperately to keep it into that third position. The podium still gives prizes here, don't forget. So he wants to hold on to that podium. He's deserved it with how he's performed in these races, to be fair to him. And so through he goes into the boot. This is for their 12th time with 1:08 remaining. Now, is it last lap? It is. Oh, what a shame. It's the final lap. Through goes Sam Massey for the final time. 13th lap. 10 seconds was the lead last time from Johnny Goddard. Through comes Johnny Goddard now. What's that? It's 10.2, so it's only stretched out a tenth. So it looks like it's largely been done. As we wait now to see Jay Elliott Purdy still holding on to that third position, but only just, as Johnny Goddard goes up to Christmas Corner. Our leader is just making his way in towards Ashby at the moment, and Jay Elliott Purdy, is still desperately fighting to keep that podium position. Through Inkermans he goes, down towards Ashby for the final time. This is where the fight is, these two. This is for the final step on the podium. Jay Elliott Purdy has it at the moment. Dan Healy is desperately trying to find a way back there now. What is he going to be able to do? Now they've got the left-hander of Parker down towards the left-hander of Chapman. We're only a few corners away from this. Sam Massey is already into the final couple of corners, the boot, and then Pitts Bend, and we'll keep an eye on that whilst also keeping an eye on this fight for third position. I now look toward Pitts Bend. Here comes our leader, is about to come through to take the victory. PLD 2017. He comes into the corridors, takes the checkered flag. Your winner of the PLD 2017, Sam Massey. Take a bow, sir. You have won PLD 2017, and spinning over the line there in second position, Jay Goddard, a nice 360. J. Elliott Purdy rounds out your podium. He held on to it. He just kept Dan Healy behind him. Awesome job. Jack Mitchell in 5th position, having started at the back of the grid, just winning the B final in the previous time out on track. Brilliant job by Jack Mitchell. Dan Thunderpants Underhill comes through in 6th position. Chris Bell is going to be furious because he got tapped out, coming through in 6th. 7th is, in 7th. In 8th is Dante Dillon. 9th is Rihanna Percox. 10th for Dan Milner. Stephen Crutchlow. Stephanie Lutteridge. David Longman. Darry Sims. Justin Buck. Ed Bars. Chris McCarthy in 17th. 18th was Ian Blake. Then it's Costa Christosis in 19th position. That surprised me. I thought he was going to be right in the mix. Daniel Truman, James Illman, and Dan Marshall are your 22 finishers. What an incredible race. Well done, lads. Great fundraising. Dan Underhill from Paul Goddard. I agree. Thanks, Paul. That's a fantastic comment. Well done, Johnny, from Dave Evans. Well done, Johnny, from James Rance. Obviously, they're delighted to see Johnny come through in that second position, but let's take a moment. Your victor for 2017 version of the Paul Lee Davis Memorial, raising money for the Institute of Cancer Research. It is Sam Massey. Well done, sir. You've deserved it. You've just stayed in control of that. Let everything else happen behind. It has been an absolute pleasure to be part of this event. Thank you ever so much, everybody that's taken part. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you to everybody who's contributed and put some money towards this. It's been a great cause. Nicky Richardson there saying, nice drive, Johnny, considering your spin on the first lap. Massive well done, Dan Underhill, on another great event. And also well done I'm not sure what that says. It stopped. It stopped out. Thanks, Nicky. Greg Smith, such disappointment for Dante. Didn't finish in the top 3. Was really expecting him to win. Yeah, not sure. He just seemed a bit rough, a bit too desperate to win that, I think, this time. But definitely skill-wise, he's got it in him, and I'm sure he'll be very frustrated. Great sportsmanship from him. I was very impressed with that, I have to say. Well done to everyone. Great performance. It's been an absolute pleasure. We will be going to do the podium presentations very shortly. Obviously, we can't do those live. Apologies about that, but they will be recorded and they will be available on YouTube. Listen, guys, girls, everybody that's watched, thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you for all your messages on social media. It has been a privilege to be part of this and for such a good cause. Keep the money coming in. Keep letting everyone do. And we much appreciated. Thanks, Linda Austin. Great race. Filming excellent by the NKL team. Absolutely. Thank you, first of all, to the producer that's been shouting in my ear, Luke Austin. Awesome job. To Ian, who's been freezing himself out on the camera. Well done, sir. Fantastic job. Everybody has done absolutely brilliant. Dan Underhill and the whole team that put this on, you've done absolutely brilliant. And just to confirm that we can also point out that the wooden spoon was won by Martin Joyce. He has won the wooden spoon. I'm just going through the paperwork here. Sam Massey's obviously won the overall thing. Johnny Goddard, J. Elliott Purdy are your top 3. I'm just looking. I think you're going to believe this. Okay, right, you've called him a bandit, and there is the heavyweight that has been introduced this year. I'll give you 3 guesses. I'll give you 1 guess who's won the heavyweight division. You got it. It's Thunderpants himself. Dan Underhill has won the heavyweight division. He finished 6th overall somehow there. He snuck that through. The man who created the division has won the division. So there we go. Thank you very much. I see the message coming in. Linda Austin, great race, filming excellent by the NKL team. Cheers, guys. Great event. See you guys soon. Greg Smith, thank you very much for getting involved. And I hope to see you all again next year. It's been a pleasure. For now, for myself, Chris Dawes, and for the whole team that's been presenting this, producing this for you, thank you very much. And we'll see you all very, very soon.
Cancer kills 160,000 people in the UK every year and 8 million worldwide. While survival rates for some cancers improved enormously over the last few years, the outcome for many patients is still very poor. The ICR and our partner, the Royal Marsden, are world leaders in cancer research and treatment. Together, we've developed a new exciting strategy called Making the Discoveries, our strategy to defeat cancer. We have identified cancer's incredible complexity, its ability to adapt, evolve, and become resistant to treatment, as the biggest challenge that we face. Our strategy aims to combat this tough challenge through 4 main pillars: unravelling cancer's complexity through fundamental research, creating innovative approaches to treatment, developing smarter, more effective and kinder therapies through clinical trials, and finally making it count by establishing these innovative new treatments as part of routine healthcare. To achieve this, we also need strong foundations to support our research. This includes recruiting the best people with the critical skills we need, establishing world-class digital infrastructure and facilities, promoting collaboration and team science, and partnering closely with other excellent organizations. Our new strategy is bold and ambitious, and we believe it will deliver major advances in understanding and defeating cancer.